Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to White Fortress Cybersecurity. In today's class, we will be understanding about FTP and how we can enumerate and exploit this particular protocol. If you guys have any questions, any doubts, let me know right away throughout the lecture. And let me just open your charts, guys, so I can see all the questions. Hello, phone heads. Welcome back to the channel. Indian guy. Okay. Okay. So let's get started. S- So first of all, your FTP is file transfer protocol. As the name suggests, a protocol used to allow remote transfer of files over a network. It uses client server model to do this. So basically we're already with the name, how the name suggests it, this protocol basically is used for transferring files from one system to another system, from server to client. Okay, so we already know talked about client server model already. Okay, so there are a few clients and there is a server. Server is basically having the more you can say permissions, more power, you can say, rather than the clients, as servers will have to manage all the client requests and client can only handle its own stuff. And guys, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so how does FTP work? A typical FTP session operates on two channels. First is a command and second is the data channel. So in FTP, there are two channels open. There are two ports open also, you can say that. And on the one of the port, you can say the command, whatsoever the command I'm giving to the server, and then the server is talking with the client and replying to the client. So all that is your command, sometimes called control channel, and a data channel. Data channel will have all the data that is being transferred from one side to another side. As their names imply, the command channel is used for transmitting the command as well as replies to those commands. Okay, I just told you guys that whatsoever the command will be sent to the server, then it will be replied back by the server. So while the data channel is used for transferring data only, FTP operates using a client server protocol, and the client initiates a connection with the server. The server validates whatever login credentials are provided and then opens the session. Okay, so basically this also any HTTP, sorry, any protocol uh, that is used for transferring the data mostly means most of the protocols are use TCP, right? TCP handshake and everything. And here also this also uses first of all, the TCP handshake will occur, then this FTP protocol will um, start in action, will come in action, and will help in transferring the data from here to there. So there are two, with the session is open, the client may execute FTP command on the server. Active versus passive. So we have got two kind of FTP connections. The FTP server may support either active or passive connections or both the connections. So in active FTP connection, the client opens a port and listens. The server is required to actively connect to it. So first of all, the connection will occur, the connection will establish. After that, only the data can be sent from one side to another side. In a passive FTP connection, the server opens a port and listens passively, and the client connects to it. So these were your two types of connections. This separation of command information, one is handling only the commands and everything, and data into separate channel is a way of being able to send commands to the server without having to wait for the current data to transfer first. Okay, like for example, if there is only single channel, for example, And guys, there is one opening here, content creator internship. Any BCA, BTech um, student, any year freshers, if they are interested and have a little bit knowledge about tech and cybersecurity and can create real shorts post. So you can contact us on the number given in the description below. Hello, Cyber Avli. Welcome back to the channel. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so guys, if you guys are interested in a online internship, it is completely remote. Okay, this is an online internship. You don't have to work from office in this one. So interested can let us know, and we just need to have them have a little bit knowledge of Canva, Clipchamp, a little bit mobile. They can also edit on mobile or something. So interested can definitely contact us. Okay, now let's move on to here. I was telling you the command channel is used for transmitting command as well as reply to those commands, while the data channel is used for transferring data. One command, one channel, one port or channel will handle command and control, and second port or channel will handle the data transfer. So, for example, there are no two channels. Okay, in that case, what will happen? For till the data gets transferred from one end to another end, the any other command control cannot be done. So this is also very, you can say, very important. Okay, and as the name implies, the they are used to, here we are again, commands to the server without having to wait for the current data to finish. If both channels were interlinked, you could only enter the command or only transfer the data between one end to another end, which would not be efficient enough for either large file transfers and slow internet connections. More details, you can find the more details on in here. You can read about FTP in here, about this protocol. You can read everything in here. Okay, your FTP protocol and how it works. FTP on the Internet Engineering Task Force website, how it functions, how it is implemented on the network, and Internet Engineering full form. Okay, is the full form of EITF. Is a standard organization for the internet and is responsible for technical standards that compromise the internet protocol suite. Is one of a number of standard agencies who define and regulate internet standard. So what communication model does FTP use? It's a very easy question, guys. Let me know in the chat. And for all the guys who are present at the moment, please type present. I think Louise is not joining for some time. Cyber Avli, are you there? So what communication model does FTP use? And what's the standard port for FTP? Okay, guys, let's start our FTP, this one machine. If you are doing this room, network services room, then make sure your SMB here, for the SMB, there is different for Telnet, there is different for FTP, this there is different one. Telnet one we will do in the next class tomorrow. Okay, so let's start the machine for the FTP. And we will in here also start our OpenVPN. Here we got a new IP. So what communication model does FTP use? It's your client server model. Next, what's the standard FTP port? Let's scan it, okay, and map, and then I'm gonna put the IP in here. And here you can see for FTP, the standard port is 21. Okay, if someone asks you what's the port for FTP, you'll say 21, not 20. Okay, otherwise, your FTP, your 20 works on both 20 and 21 port numbers. Okay, as I told you, there are two ports open. For one is for data channel for transferring data, and another one is for command and control. And how many modes of FTP connections are there? There are two modes. We just discussed. First one was your active one, and secondly is your passive mode. Now let's enumerate. Okay, so let's get started. Before we begin, make sure to deploy the room. We have already deployed our machine from here, from start machine, and then um, it might take some time to boot. Please be aware this can take up to 5 minutes, so be patient. Okay, enumeration. By now I don't think I need to explain any further about how enumeration actually works. We have already discussed it in several lectures, and you should by now have enough experience with nmap to be able to code scan effectively. If you get stuck using any tool, you can always use this tool. Tool-h help to find out more about its functions and syntax. Right? If you want to know more about this nmap tool, just put -h or -help. Or also you can use the manual man command for manual of nmap. Okay. Now we are going to be exploiting an anonymous FTP login page to see what files we can access and if they contain any information that might allow us to pop a shell on the system. So here again, we need to check if there is something, some crucial information we might find on the FTP, just like we did in last class. We exploited the SMB port, and using that SMB port, we were able to get the access of SSH port, because there was SSH key being transferred using the SMB port. So here we are again getting, again we need to just get the access of the target system. So let's see how we can do that. So resources, we are going to be logging into the FTP server. Let's run the nmap till then. Nmap hyphen, and here I'm going to put -a, and I want to do this on a specific port 21. Okay, let's leave it because it's gonna take a while. I don't want that we just stay stuck in here. Okay, let it be, and we can continue with our reading till then. So we are going to be logged in into the FTP server. We will need to make sure that the FTP client is installed on the system. It's already installed by default. There should be installed by default. It is installed by default on the most Linux operating system, such as Kali, Parrot operating system. You can test if there is one by typing FTP into the console. Okay, you just have to simply type FTP, and here we are. It changed the color, means this is already installed into a system. Now, alternative enumerating methods. It's worth noting that some vulnerable versions of in FTPD and some other FTP version variants return different responses to CWD command. And this is some information about your FTP stuff. Let's get to the practical now. How many ports are open on the target machine? We already ran the Nmap and we saw there were 3 ports, right? Let's check it again. Uh, Control Shift T Nmap, and this was our target system. And here are 3 ports are open: FTP, SSH, and HTTP port. So let's type here 3. Which port FTP is running on? 21. Another, what variant of FTP is running on it? Okay, so for that, let's open this aggressive scanning that we have already completed. Okay, here you can see port is your 21, open FTP, and which version it is running? VSFTPD. Okay, this is the exact version, you can say, which is being running on your server, on your vulnerable machine. So this is the answer, and we're going to copy it, go back to our questions. So this is the variant that is here, VSFPTD. If you have any questions, any doubts, let me know. What variant? What VSFTPD? VSFTPD. Okay, now great. Now we know that type of FTP server we are dealing with. We can check to see if we are able to log in anonymously. Let's try it if we are able to anonymously log in or not. And here also, you can see when we run the aggressive scanning, it already searches for it for us that here FTP anon is enabled. Okay, anonymous FTP login is allowed in here. So we can simply type FTP and then put the target machine IP, hit enter, and here root in the name or the username, we can simply put anonymous and then hit enter in the password and log in successfully. Okay, now it is saying what is the name of the file in the anonymous FTP directory. Let's ls, and in here we can see there are two. Okay, there is just one directory, that is your public notice.txt. Okay, this is one of it. So what is the name of the file in the anonymous FTP directory? So this is the file. I'm going to copy the name and paste it in here. Next, what do we think a possible username could be? Let's try to read this public notice.txt. So I'm going to just simply do get, just like in the last class we did, paste it, and here we downloaded this file, and we will also be able to see the path somewhere. Uh, let's just ls here. Okay, if I ls, here you can see we have got this public notice.txt. Let's try to read it. Public notice.txt. Okay, here is a message from system administrators. Hello, I hope everyone is aware that the FTP server will not be available over the weekend. We will be carrying out a routine system maintenance backup well made to my account, so I can recommend uh, encrypting any sensitive data. Cheers, Mike. Okay, so what username could be? We found a username. The username is Mike. Great, now we have got details about FTP server and crucial a possible username. Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, now we have already gathered information as much as possible using the nmap and opening the messages and everything. Now it's time to exploit the FTP. So here, similarly to telnet, when using FTP, both the command and data channels are unencrypted. Okay, you're just like HTTP. HTTP is your unencrypted one, and FTP is also your unencrypted one. But they also have an encrypted versions, like HTTP have HTTPS and FTP also have FTPS versions. So any data sent over these channels can be intercepted and read. With data from FTP being sent in plain text, if a man in the middle attack took place, an attacker could reveal anything sent through this. So we already know, guys, if the data is being sent using the unsecure protocols or unencrypted protocols, what will happen? The data can be intercepted by any of the attacker using some simple tool like Wireshark or something. So in that case, the vulnerability arises. So an article written by here J. Escape, you can read it if you want. We have already completed man in the middle attack. Okay, it's not available anymore. So it demonstrates and explain the process using R poisoning. We have already done it, guys. We in the man in the middle attack lecture. You can check that out in the same playlist. So sensitive information to an attacker rather than a legitimate source. When looking at FTP server from the position we find ourselves in for this machine, and a venue we can exploit is weak or default password configurations. So we can, what we can simply do, we can simply brute force. Okay, we can look for any default credentials that Mike might be using. Okay, so if you guys remember, for the password cracking we have already used the tool Hydra in the password cracking lecture. So from our enumerating stage we know there is an FTP server running on this machine. We have a possible username. Using this information, let's try to brute force the password. And Hydra is a very good tool. We can use this command, and just for the revision, Hydra, name of the tool, then hyphen T4, it will try 4 passwords in a single time at the target system. Hyphen L, small l, capital L is when we do not know about who the user is. So if we do not know the username, we can simply put hyphen capital L, and we can then put the word list just like here. Okay, and if we know the username, we can simply put hyphen small l, just, and then we can put the mic in this case because we already found the username. Then hyphen p is used for the password brute forcing, password word list we can put in here. And then hyphen v, capital V, hyphen capital V is used for verbose output. Okay, we'll just check that out as well. There are two V's. One was for verbose and second one was also something like that. Let's check. Hydra for errors. For one was for hyphen help. Sorry. Here we have V's. Hyphen V is for verbose mode. Like it will also give us some error messages or whatsoever is coming, will show us output in more detail. And hyphen capital V where shows the login plus password for each of the attempt. Okay, now let's move further. Then we can put the target IP and the port name. Okay, whatsoever on the port we are doing this thing, FTP port or any other port. Okay, so that's how we can. Now we need to find what is the password for user mic. Let's get started with it. I'm going to copy the IP from here and run this command. Hydra, then hyphen T, I'm going to use 16 instead. Hello, Raj Kulkarni. Hello, ma'am. I am new. What are you teaching in the stream? I'm currently teaching FTP pen testing and a little bit of brute forcing. Okay, this is an ethical hacking series where we are teaching about all the tools and all the knowledge that you require, in practical knowledge you require for the interviews, you can say, or in the real life as a pen tester or an ethical hacker. So that's what we teach in here. And guys, if you get any doubts, any questions, you can let me right away. Let me know it. Okay, so let's continue. Here I'm going to put 16 Hydra hyphen T16 for more passwords. It will try 16 passwords at a single time. We already found the name, Mike was the username. Then hyphen capital P, I'm going to use this word list only, user share word list rocky.txt, and then hyphen small v capital B, let's put that, and then the target IP, and I am brute forcing on which port? FTP port. So here we have it. And guys, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stay connected with us. Let's start our brute forcing, and it will just try multiple passwords. Okay, it is using here, you can see 1 2 3 4. It tried multiple passwords, and here we are. The password was password. Thank you so much, Rahul Kulkarni, Raj Kulkarni, sorry. If you want to learn with us, you can definitely contact us on the number given in the description below. We also provide mentorship and certification courses. So you can register for that in the description below. We have got everything provided. What is the password? The password is password only for the mic, right? On the FTP port. Now let's try to log in on the FTP port using this username and password that we just found. I'm going to hit enter. Here I'm going to use Mike as the username and password make password. Here we got the FTP access using the Mike account. Let's ls and let's see what we found. ls. Here we found FTP and ftp.txt. FTP is a directory. Here we can see that. And ftp.txt is a text file. So we got it. Now it is asking us what is the text in ftp.txt. So we finally got the flag. Let's get ftp.txt. Guys, if you have any question, any doubts till now, let me know. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are almost there. For the quick revision, we are enumerating and exploiting and understanding this FTP protocol, which basically helps in transferring data from one system to another system. So there are two ports, 20 and 21 ports that run this FTP protocol. One port is used for command and control, 20th port, and 21st port is used for transferring the data from one side to another side. If there was just a single port being used for the FTP, what would have happened? This uh, there will be a delay in all the functioning, you can say, and we will not be able to get the responses back from the server side really quick, because first of all it will transfer the data, then only the further packets or the further data could be processed. So that's why there are two um, ports open for more efficient delivery of data. Okay, so now what communication model it works upon? Client and server model. Standard FTP port, it works on 21 port. Then we enumerated using Nmap tool, and then we found that it was vulnerable to anonymous login, that we could just type anonymous, then hit enter, and the password prompt means no need to provide any password, and we are able to log in there. Then we found a text file in there, public notice.txt. We opened it and we found there was a letter from Mike regarding this FTP server. Then we found out that okay, this could be a username that we can use to get access to on the FTP port only. Then we brute force the password using a very good tool, Hydra. Okay, there are multiple password tracking tools, guys, like Hydra, Hashcat, John the Ripper. We have already covered them all. Okay, we also teach Windows password tracking, Linux password tracking in the password tracking topics in our mentorship program. Okay, so then we use this particular command, found the password, which was password only, and then we got the access using the here this command FTP, and then we have to just put IP to get the access to it, and then we inputted the username as Mike, and in password we inputted password only. Then we the logged in, we successfully logged in. Then ls, then here we found ftp.txt file. Now we are going to get this ftp.txt file, and here the file transfer is completed. I'm going to open another tab, Control Shift T to open another tab. And here I'm going to read ftp.txt. Here we got the flag. You got the FTP flag. So I'm going to just copy it and paste it in here. Let's check it. And we are done. So next topic we'll be covering is telnet and how we can exploit telnet vulnerabilities and everything. And after that, we will be talking about networking services too. Okay, this is a very good one, and really we will like learn a lot and a lot from here also. We will talk about NFS, another protocol, SMTP, MySQL like protocols, and we will understand those protocols, exploit them, enumerate and exploit them. Okay, so guys, that's it for today. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any doubts, any questions, let me know. And if you guys are interested in getting mentorship, if you guys need mentorship, you can definitely contact us on the number given in the description below. Also, today I told you about the internship, new internship that is open. You can definitely contact us on the number for that, for more details about the internship. And see you guys tomorrow on the same time, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Bye bye.